Alright, so I'm going to be going over what is next for all the UFC 311 fighters. Although it's not really all of them. I'm really just going over the last 8, so the last 4 fights. I'm going over all those 8 fighters and what they should do next and what I predict will happen next in their career. Starting off with Islam Makhachev, lightweight champion, who just successfully defended against Moicano. Obviously submitted him a Darshok first round. And yeah, that was his 4th title defense. He's now, like, most people have put him as the greatest lightweight fighter of all time, and he surpassed Khabib. I have too. But as far as what's next for him, what's his fight? So he's not going to retire, and he did say that he wants to fight in October when they go to Abu Dhabi. I think that's a long layoff, but it is what it is, which means I don't think I originally wanted him to fight Ilya, if you saw my prediction below. I feel like I've said it before. I thought Ilya would be the next move for him. Assuming Ilya wins the fight, because of it, he'll probably defend at least once for them. But I think now, since he fought Moicano, I think Arman and Charles should rematch in a 5-round fight. I don't know if it's pay-per-view or a fight night, but they need to rematch maybe like around June or July. They need to 5 rounds. That's what the people wanted originally. Winner fights Islam in October. That's not even that bad. That sounds like a plan, does it not? Islam versus probably Arman, but Charles could see the two. I would love to see both. Islam versus Charles too, and Islam versus Arman. Both these fights were supposed to happen. We were supposed to see Islam versus Charles instead of Islam versus Volk 2 when that happened. And then, of course, we were supposed to see Islam versus Arman then. So, I mean, it was really a shame that we get to see the better fight, but that would force it. So, I think that's what's next for Moicano. He got a very lucky pass to a title shot. Obviously didn't deserve it, and he did not take advantage of that title shot. He didn't do anything, really. He just instantly got submitted in the first round. Even got dominated his own thing. He was supposed to be a grappler. I thought that'd be his advantage, but nope. So back to the drawing board. He's already a little older. I think he fight Paddy Pimblett, because they've always been beefing on Twitter. It's got to be Paddy Pimblett. They're still talking too after this fight. I mean, everyone loves to see it. Obviously get a layoff mid-late 2025. We need to see that fight. It's a fight to make. It's a very even fight stylistically, and the people would love to see it. I don't know if it'd be 5 rounds or 3, but then for the co-main event, we're going to start off with Murad Dvalishvili, who did retain and beat Umar Nurmagomedov by decision. It was a very close fight. As far as what's next for him, let's think. He's got some options. Do we want to rematch Umar? It was a very close fight, very competitive. Could have gone either way. Do we want to rematch O'Malley? Because O'Malley could get... I mean, a lot of people thought that fight was close, even though it wasn't. At least the judges did. Or maybe Peter Yan or someone like that. Me personally, I think it's a very easy decision. You give him the rematch against Umar. I mean, Umar was the real only close fight. It was Murad 50-45, Suga, if you want to say 49-46, whatever. Everyone who knows him knows that wasn't a close fight. How in the world was that competitive? Nothing happened. He just got bodied, mauled the whole fight. Didn't have any response to the grappling. And Peter Yan got 50-44. To do that to him, that's crazy. So I honestly don't think he deserves a rematch anytime soon. But could potentially get one in the future. Murad should fight Umar again. That was Murad's toughest fight, probably. I mean, I actually had Umar winning, but I mean, it was 50-50. I was not mad at the decision at all. Could have gone either way. We have to see that rematch, run it back. Maybe we run it back in Abu Dhabi when Islam headlines. We could do it again. I would love to see that. But I don't think it'd be fair for Murad to go down to their territory. I think Murad, low-key, should go to Spain and co-line with Ilya. That'd be very cool. But or something else. I don't really care, but I do think Murad should headline this time because it'd be a second defense, and the rematch with Umar would be love to see. So next, we got Yuri Prochazka. He's now coming off the knockout win over Jamal Hill. 3rd round. It was a very good fight. He showed his striking just top level. I don't know how with that unique style, but it worked. Jamal Hill was too slow to react to those shots. As far as what's next for you, this is difficult, but I do have one. I don't have a fighter, but I have a solution. I don't think he should get a title shot. I do think this puts him in a position to be in the conversation of it, but I would not give him a title shot because think about it. This guy's got swept by Pereira. If Pereira beats Ankalaev, no way. Do not give him the trilogy. He didn't deserve the trilogy. For beating Jamal Hill, no. Even if Ankalaev wins, I don't think he deserves it. You got to do more for that. I think you fight the winner of I think there'll be another top 10 light heavyweight fights coming up soon, and Yuri fights the winner of that for a #1 contender fight, and then he'll get the title shot for that. If he can win, but I think it puts him in life for #1 contender fight. Not for Jamal Hill. He's now on a 2-fight losing streak. both to former champs or champ. So pretty hard resume, but he's not as skilled as I thought he was. He's a little slower, just can't react to it, but I do think he can improve, and I think he will. I think he should fight Khalil Roundtree, the fight that was originally scheduled last year for UFC International Fight Week, but it never happened. I think it should be 5 rounds, like a fight night main event. That'd be great. I think they should fight. I think it'd be a great competitive fight. I honestly think Roundtree would probably win because he's just faster. Roundtree's fast. He showed that in the Pereira fight, and that's why he did a lot more in the Pereira fight. I do think Hill stylistically matches up better against Pereira than Yuri. A lot of people might say that's weird, but I think he does. I still think Hill's not on Pereira's level, but I think he could have knocked him out maybe like 2 out of 10 times, so he wouldn't have got that knockout. But the Yuri one, now I think about it, that's a very stylistically hard matchup for him. Khalil kind of is too, but I do think he could get better react to, and he could beat Khalil. I think it's a very close fight, but I do think he'll fight. Next, we have Jonathan Almeida, who's coming with a first-round knockout win over Sergey Spivak. Pretty simple for me. It's who he called out. You got to give him Cyril Gane. #1 contender fight. Winner gets title shot. I really thought they should have fought last year in France, but Gane didn't fight in France. I think they should do it this year in France. September is usually when they pick to go to France, around that area, or August. Go to France. If you can beat Gane in his own town, his own cities, all of his fans, you immediately get that title shot. You've done enough. Because think about it. I know it's asking a lot for him to go to France, but this guy did lose to Curtis Blades. So you're going to have a little punch for that. But then he goes off, submits Romanov, gets a great knockout win over Spivak. I'm telling you guys, Almeida is the future of heavyweight. And he might not even become champion because heavyweight is so talented. It's 3 for John Jones, Tom Aspinall, and John Almeida. They are the big 3. These guys are not going to be beat unless they face each other. Almeida is that good. He's that guy. He's a top 3 grappler in the whole UFC. And he's a very good striking. He proved he can strike now against someone like Spivak. Give him the #1 contender fight. Winner gets title. Then for Sergey Spivak, it's hard to matchmake him. I mean, he had a great submission win under a minute against Tybura. And then goes out and gets knocked out by Almeida in the first round. So those early fights. And then before that, he got a shot at Cyril Gane, which would have put him in a great position to be for a title shot. But then he just couldn't get it done. Gane showed levels, just was a much better fighter. It's just been up and down for him lately. I don't think he's out of it. I think he still has potential to be pretty good. But they put him up against Almeida. That was just a terrible match for him. Almeida is the future, like I said. And it's just, no one's beating Almeida. Unless it's Aspinall or Jones. Those are the only guys who have a chance. If you're Spivak, give him an unranked fighter, like a prospect. I think Spivak could take out a prospect. I'll be real. I think he could do it. He is a legitimate heavyweight. He can fight. Give him an unranked prospect. There's not really a lot of open people to fight ranked right now. But that's who I'd give. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope y'all enjoy it. I always going to do matchmaking after all the pay-per-view events. It'd be cool if all these stuff actually happened. But if I was a Dana White, this is the fights I'd set up or at least look towards. But make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications because I'm posting a lot more and live streaming every UFC event. Sometimes boxing, other events if I'm free. But yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday for another video tomorrow.